Have you ever hesitated before stepping off a curb or felt a little wobbly reaching for something on a high shelf? If you're over 70, those moments can feel like wake-up calls, reminders that staying steady and independent takes a bit of effort. But here's the good news. You don't need to overhaul your life to stay safe and confident on your feet. Small, daily habits can make a huge difference in preventing falls and helping you live life on your terms. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple habits that can keep you strong, balanced, and independent well into your 70s and beyond. These are practical steps you can start right now, no fancy equipment or gym membership required. Let's dive into the first couple of habits that can transform the way you move through your day. First, let's talk about building strength in your legs and core, because those muscles are your foundation for staying steady. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons. Simple exercises done consistently can work wonders. Think about your legs as the pillars holding you up. If they're weak, it's like a house built on shaky ground. One of the easiest ways to strengthen them is with chair squats. Here's how it works. Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Now, stand up slowly, using your leg muscles, not your hands to push off. Then, sit back down just as slowly, controlling the movement. Try doing this 10 times, twice a day, maybe once in the morning while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, and once in the evening during a TV commercial break. If you're feeling unsteady, hold on to a table or counter for support first. Over time, you'll notice your legs feel stronger, and everyday tasks like getting out of a car or walking up a few stairs will feel easier. Why does this matter? Strong legs and a solid core reduce your risk of tripping or losing balance. I remember my neighbor, Joan, who's 78 and still walks her dog every morning. She started doing chair squats after a scary moment when she nearly tripped on her porch steps. Within a few weeks, she told me she felt like she could trust her legs again. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about giving your body the strength to keep you moving confidently. If chair squats feel too easy, you can step it up by holding a small water bottle in each hand for a bit of extra resistance. The key is to make it a habit, something as routine as brushing your teeth. Now, let's move on to balance, because strength alone isn't enough. Your body needs to know how to stay steady. One of the best ways to improve balance is with a simple exercise called a single leg stand. It sounds fancy, but it's something you can do while standing at your kitchen counter. Here's how. Hold onto the counter with both hands. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold it for 10 seconds. Then switch sides. Do this a few times on each leg, maybe while you're waiting for your toes to pop up. As you get better, try holding on with just one hand or even letting go for a moment. The goal isn't to show off, but to train your body to stay balanced in those split-second moments when you might trip over a rug or step on an uneven sidewalk. I know what you might be thinking. Balance exercises sound a little silly, right? But they're a game changer. My friend Tom, who's 72, started doing this after he slipped on some wet leaves last fall. He didn't fall, but it shook him up. He began practicing single leg stands every morning, and now he says he feels like he's got his old confidence back. He even caught himself mid-stumble the other day and laughed it off. That's the kind of independence we're aiming for. Knowing your body can handle life's little surprises. These exercises are small, but they add up like pennies in a jar, building a foundation of strength and balance that keeps you free to do what you love. Let's keep building on those habits that help you stay steady and independent. Now that we're thinking about how to move confidently, it's time to focus on keeping your environment safe. Even the strongest legs can't always protect you from a cluttered floor or a dimly lit corner. Your home should feel like a safe haven, not an obstacle course waiting to trip you up. One of the easiest habits you can start is a quick 5-minute safety check each day. Take a stroll through the rooms you use most, your kitchen, living room, bedroom, or bathroom, and look for anything that could catch you off guard. Maybe it's a rug that's starting to curl at the edges, a pile of books on the floor, or a phone charger cord stretched across a walkway. Move those items out of the way, tape down loose rugs, or rearrange furniture to keep paths clear. It's like giving your home a little TLC to make sure it's working with you, not against you. This doesn't need to be a big chore. My friend Clara, who's 76, got into this habit after she nearly tripped over a dog toy in her hallway. Now, every morning while her coffee brews, she does a quick sweep of her main living areas. She picks up anything out of place, like a stray slipper or a stack of mail, and makes sure her walkways are open. It takes her just a few minutes, and she says it feels like a small gift to herself, knowing she's set up for a safer day. If you're wondering where to begin, start with the spots where you walk the most. Make sure there's enough room to move comfortably, especially if you use a cane or walker. And don't forget lighting. Swap out any dim bulbs for brighter ones, particularly in stairways or entryways. A well-lit path can be a lifesaver when you're heading to the kitchen for a midnight snack. Now, let's talk about something you might not think about as a safety habit. Wearing the right shoes, even when you're just at home. It's so tempting to pad around in soft slippers or socks, especially when you're only stepping into the next room. But those loose, fuzzy slippers or slippery socks can turn a quick trip into a risky one. Instead, make a habit to wear sturdy, supportive shoes with good grip, even indoors. Look for shoes with non-slip soles and a fit that's snug but not tight. Sneakers are a great choice, but there are also lightweight slip-ons made for comfort and stability if you want something less sporty. I had a wake-up call about this myself a while back. I was hurrying to grab the phone in my old, worn-out slippers and almost slid right into the kitchen counter. I caught myself, but it made me rethink my footwear. Now, I keep a pair of supportive shoes by my bed and slip them on first thing in the morning. It's such a simple switch, but it feels like adding an extra layer of protection, like locking the door before you leave the house. You don't need to splurge on fancy brands. Plenty of affordable options at discount stores or online have great traction and support. And if you wear glasses, make sure your prescription is current, because seeing clearly is just as crucial as having the right shoes to spot any hazards. These habits, checking your home for risks and sticking to supportive footwear, are all about creating a space where you can move with ease. They're not about being paranoid. They're about giving yourself the freedom to focus on what you love, whether that's cooking a favorite recipe, reading a good book, or taking a walk in the garden. A little attention to your surroundings and what's on your feet goes a long way toward keeping you independent and confident. Let's wrap up with the final habit that ties everything together and keeps you moving confidently. Staying active with purpose. You don't need to run a marathon or join a gym to stay independent. Small, intentional movements throughout your day can make a huge difference in keeping your body strong and your balance sharp. The key is to make activity a natural part of your routine, like a thread woven into the fabric of your day. One of the best ways to do this is by incorporating short, purposeful walks into your daily life. These aren't about covering miles. They're about moving with intention. Try walking around your house or yard for 5 minutes every hour or two. Maybe it's a lap around the living room while you're on the phone, or a stroll to the mailbox and back after lunch. These mini walks keep your joints loose, your muscles engaged, and your confidence high. My friend Robert, who's 80, swears by this. After a close call stepping off his porch, he started making a point to walk around his backyard every afternoon, just for a few minutes. He says it's not just about staying steady. It lifts his mood and keeps him feeling like he's in control of his day. If you're able, try adding a little challenge. Walk heel to toe for a few steps to work on balance, or carry a small water bottle to add some weight. If you're less mobile, even standing and marching in place while holding onto a counter can do wonders. The goal is to keep moving in a way that feels good and fits your life. It's like watering a plant. Just a little bit, done regularly, keeps it thriving. Now, let's bring it all together. These 5 habits: strengthening your legs with chair squats, practicing balance with single leg stands, checking your home for hazards, wearing supportive shoes, and staying active with purposeful movement, are like pieces of a puzzle. Each one is simple, but together, they create a picture of independence and confidence. You don't have to do them perfectly or all at once. Start with one, maybe the chair squats or the home safety check, and build from there. Small changes add up like drops in a bucket, and before you know it, you're moving through your day with more ease and less worry. I think of my Aunt Helen, who's 82 and still hosts family dinners. She started these habits a few years ago after a stumble scared her, And now she says she feels steadier than she did in her 70s. You've got the power to make these changes, and they don't require fancy equipment or hours of time. It's about taking small steps, literally and figuratively, to keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, playing cards with friends, or just enjoying a quiet moment at home. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried any of these habits? Maybe you've got a tip of your own for staying steady. Share your story. It might inspire someone else. And if you found this helpful, please give a video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips to live your best life at any age. Here's to staying strong, safe, and independent, because you've earned the right to enjoy every moment.